is the third generation of the Audi Q3. Yes, this is the key of the vehicle, which could be a bit more premium because it feels a bit plasticky, but unlock the car, lock the car, and this is to open the trunk, the Audi logo, of course. Now straight away, we are going to be opening the engine bay because the car I'm testing today is powered by a diesel engine. Yes, that's right, Audi continues to sell diesel engines in Europe. And oh my god, I missed you so much. But this one is not coming to India. We are getting the fantastic 2-liter TFSI petrol engine, which already powers the existing Q3 in India. There's insulation here, gas struts obviously, and let's just shut this. So it's an all new design with a large single frame grille. In fact, there's a radar right behind the 2D Audi logo. There's a camera here, Q3, the name of the vehicle, and you get 6 parking sensors at the front, because this car obviously has got self-park. This is actually the DRL, and you can change the light signatures. I believe you can do that in the Q6, so it should happen here as well. Is this shut? Yeah, it is shut. Split light setup. This is the high beam, this is the low beam, and it has got headlight washers as well. Fantastic. Now because this is the S-Line, it has this gloss finishing here at the front. The design is similar to the latest Audi cars like the Q6, the A6 and the A5, and it looks kind of love it or hate it personally to me, because split headlight setup is not to everyone's taste. But yes, the car looks awesome in person. In terms of length, it's slightly more than 4.5 meters. So the length has increased by 40 mm, more so at the front. Meanwhile, the wheelbase seems to be the same as before at around 2.7 meters. And this car obviously has decent amount of ground clearance as well. It's available in 11 color options and 12 wheel options starting from 17s going all the way till 20. This is 255 40 20. Yes, the size of the tires is massive here. Red colored brake calipers. I like the design of the alloy wheels. Looks fantastic. Says S-Line here. Gloss finishing on the outside rear view mirror. There's obviously a camera here. There's a camera there as well for the lane keep assist. There's a rain sensor as well. There's a radar on this corner. So one radar on each corners, and obviously a radar at the front. So 5 radars here, because a lot of intelligent ADAS features in this car. And the light setup, obviously matrix LEDs, which is optional. I don't know if it's going to come to India, but in this segment, getting matrix LED lights is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, a lot of recycled materials. Sonos sound system with 12 speakers, big door pockets as well, and there's some storage space here as well. Let's get inside, because the space here is actually very good. Under-thigh support is never the best in such cars. However, headroom is good enough, and good amount of knee room and leg room as well. So it's comfortable. Seat is a bit upright. I mean, it's reclined, it's not very upright as such. And you've got magazine pockets, 2 USB-C charging sockets, air conditioning controls here. But there's a hump right here, which is not the best for center passenger. Although he gets a headrest, you get a center armrest as well with twin cup holders too. See the material of the seats. Well, we're not going to get these seats in India. We are obviously going to get leather, height adjustable seat belts, a multitude of airbags, nice damping here. There's a hook as well. There's no sunroof in this particular car, but we'll obviously get a panoramic sunroof in India. Meanwhile, you get light placement here on the top. Let's get out and let me show you the practical bits of this car, because this seat slides. Okay, not a one-hand operation, but yes, this seat slides ahead and behind, so I can move it like that, and then I can obviously fold the seat as well in 60. I think this should be 40. Let me check. No, this seems to be no. What am I doing? I'm so confused today. I think this will fold in. Yes, it will.
Few moments later.
So 40 20 40 split seats, which means practicality is obviously awesome here. But the mechanism to move the seats, okay, this is too upright right now, but when it's absolutely upright and all the way ahead, the boot carrying capacity increases dramatically, which is awesome. Door shut with a proper thud. There's a shark fin antenna, and it says AdBlue diesel. Woo! Okay, it's not coming to India, so don't get too excited. The petrol is fantastic, so even if you miss diesel, you need to give a try to the petrol. The red colored car obviously looks fantastic. At the rear, you get OLED light. Yeah, the OLED light segment, which is amazing, because look at this amazing light signatures. This is actually for the rear fog, and both sides you get rear fogs. Both sides you get the reverse light as well. The Audi logo is eliminated. Rear wiper washer. High mounted stop lamp. There's a camera here, which also gets the washer function. And the exhausts are hidden on both the sides. Yeah, the exhaust has been tucked neatly below. Okay, exhaust is only on one side. With the petrol, it's on both the sides. So I got a bit confused. 6 parking sensors at the rear too. And you get dynamic swipe indicators. So below the tail light, there's this connecting light, where the indicator has been placed. Says Q3, which is obviously finished in piano black, and gets a power tailgate as well, which opens decently big. 488 liters of boot space, which increases to 575 liters if you make the seat upright and push it all the way ahead. You get a net with an umbrella here. Is there a spare wheel? No, there is not. No spare wheel in this car, but hopefully we get a spare wheel in India. There's a light placement here. There's obviously the first aid kit as well, and because it's powered, I press a button and there it comes. By the way, it also has gesture, so if I kick, it will automatically sense it and open the boot of the vehicle. From the side, you will be like, could have a more sloping roofline. Well, there's the sport bag as well, which is being launched simultaneously here in Europe, but in India we will obviously get it later. It says Audi Q3 here, a very VW thing to write that on the B pillar, and it gets dynamic swipe indicators at the front as well. What is this chrome inside? That looks kind of funky. Anyways, straight away let's get inside, because it gets an all new interior. Yes, the interior is all new, and it is very tech loaded interior. So the seats are comfortable, says S on the seats, but we will obviously get leather seats, and there's no issue in terms of under thigh support. Electric adjust, obviously metal pedals as well, and the secret storage compartment, which is there in almost every Audi car. Door pockets are big enough here. Memory function, this is to open the boot of the vehicle, and this is the switchgear for the power window controls. I like the way they have used materials here, and this obviously warns the person behind that, the door is open, so be a bit careful. Now, in terms of the dashboard design, a lot has changed. Key not detected. Is there still a valid key in the vehicle? Yes, here it is, right in my hand. Let's quickly open the glove box, which is lockable, which is actually beautifully lined. Yes, that's very nicely lined as well. And I like the treatment on the dashboard. A good play of colors here and there. Now I'll show you a very wacky thing. It says drive on the left. Why? Because this is left-hand drive, but left-hand drive drives on the right? However, we are in the UK, which is a right-hand drive market where we drive on the left. So this being the left-hand drive has to be driven on the left, so that there's no confusion. They have actually put this right there. This is auto dimming. This panel is the same as the one in the Kodiaq, as well as the Tiguan, as well as the Tyrone. So yes, a lot of part sharing, light, and this thing does not extend. The sun visor does not extend here at all. There's a heads-up display right there. The steering is all new. Okay, firstly, there's a lot of space here because there's a wireless charging pad, which is 15 volts, and this is actually the cooling function so that the phone does not heat. Two USB-C charging sockets, a 12-volt charging socket as well, which is so hard to remove. Oh my goodness. You get proper cup holders, electric parking brake, proper volume controller, engine start button, and there's storage space here as well. This cloth is so that I can keep cleaning this screen, which obviously is a fingerprint magnet in every possible car, because screens you keep touching, they obviously keep getting dirty. ADAS functions being shown right there. Now, here there are a few buttons. This is for drive select, traction control, stop start, hazard, and this is for the parking camera, and this is to get into the driver assist system, so you can decide what are the various ADAS functions that you want to use in this vehicle. Steering is manually adjustable, and it's a new steering with this 2D logo as well, which has some sort of touch sensitive buttons too, lot of buttons. So this is obviously to operate this particular instrument cluster. This is for the volume controller. Heated steering has been given, flat bottom as well, light controls from here, and lock the car, unlock the car from the driver's side, not there on the co-passenger side, which is very un-Audi like. Okay, the steering feels really nice, but gets this new panel, so very Mercedes like gas selector here. Meanwhile, this is for the light and wiper control, so this they have changed right now, and this is obviously for the cruise control. Now this is a new screen right here in front of me, because it's an 11.9 inch screen which has really amazing graphics. So that is the map view. You can obviously change it. That is the tachometer view. Obviously, it has to show you the speedometer all the time. The ADAS view, so it's absolutely fantastic. And then I can change what I see on this side. So there's a lot of stuff you can browse through here, which is actually quite easy to use. However, I think it could be a little bit more colorful. This multi-information display looks a bit drab to me. I expected more exciting or display here, but yes, you can change a lot from here itself. Meanwhile, that thing also changes or what? Yeah, let me check. So that is actually showing me what is the, okay, I can change what I see on the heads up display as well. So this button does that, and the buttons have this touch sensitivity to it, which is not the best to use as such. But anyways, This is the screen which is more exciting because it's a 12.8-inch screen. So this is a curved screen and there's a lot you can do. Firstly, the screen is actually quite high resolution. This is the camera view here. Android Auto and obviously Apple CarPlay are wireless. It uses Android Automotive OS, which means that you have got apps which you can download from the store and do a lot of things. I'm a bit disappointed with the fact that when I come into, say, the car and I decide, okay, now I want more, I didn't have to come in the car, I actually came in the wrong place. I want to change the themes of the car. I have to buy these themes. These themes are not free. So let's just try and buy this one. How much is it? Go to checkout. Okay, let's go there. I have to scan it and then only I can buy it on my phones. Oh my god, what is crossing there? I got so scared. So you can buy the themes to make changes here, obviously, and then it's relatively easy to browse. So there are multiple drive modes: balance, dynamic, comfort and efficiency. Auto is out, balanced is in. Then in terms of light, interior lighting can be changed as well. So there are multiple colors here and you can link it to the drive select as well, and you can change it for the lines and surfaces. So obviously the ambient light changes somewhere there, unlike the Q6 e-tron, which obviously has on the top, which also tells you for ADAS and menu give indicator and all those things. That's not here. Let's come into the air conditioning system, the menu. So climate control, air conditioning system, and you can obviously operate it from here, both for the front as well as the rear. So it's a 3-zone climate control air conditioning system. There is heating for the seats, which is not something we would need in India. We would need cooling, obviously. And as soon as I come in this menu, I realize everything is very easy to operate, because once I come into car, I can obviously make a lot of changes wherever I want. So in terms of the displays, I can decide how I want the brightness. I can change the brightness of each of the 3 screens. I say 3 because the head-up display is also known as a screen in Audi language. Meanwhile, you can come into the servicing menu. You can alter a lot of things. It's relatively easy. But let's come into reverse. This is the reverse parking camera. It has got adaptive guidelines as well, and this is the top view, so I can just keep changing it. I wish I could just spin it around. I can't find that setting, or probably it's not there here. And it has also got self-park function. You can save your parking direction for your own parking. There's reversing assistance. So yes, a lot of stuff coming out from BMW right now. And it obviously has the welcome light animation as well when you turn on the vehicle. Let me turn it off. It tells me that I should check the rear seats and be aware of the door safe lock. I don't know what that is, but yes, it says that as well. Yeah, animations are amazing. A lot of stuff thanks to technology. The Audi logo comes there. This does a full swipe up, but I think it's the car's performance which will matter here, because it has adaptive damping and progressive steering. Let's go! All right, let's start driving. Oh, the diesel sound, I love it, but it's so refined you can't hear a thing. It welcomes me here. Navigation is already on, air conditioning off, so physical buttons might be less, but at least they've given a bar for the understanding of the air conditioning system. And straight away we come into drive and off we go. So the diesel is obviously super duper smooth and refined here, which is unbelievable. You don't feel it at all, and it's really punchy because of the kind of torque it makes. And that's the reason why you can actually drive it like stole it without having to worry about obviously fueling up, because this is a very smooth and refined engine. But the diesel is not coming to India, so I'll talk about it later in the video for those who are diesel heads like me. Let's talk about the engine which is going to be coming to India. So they have got multiple engines. They have actually got 4 engines here. So the base engine happens to be a 1.5 liter unit, which obviously is the same one which also powers the Virtus, the Slavia, the Taycan, as well as the Kushaq, the 1.5 liter TSI Evo engine, which is basically producing 150 horsepower and 250 Newton meters. So no difference in terms of output when compared to the ones which are sold in India. But that engine also gets the option of a plug-in hybrid with, I think, a 25.7 kilowatt hour battery pack and a electric only range, which is very impressive actually. So that is the change there. I am not able to figure out where we are going. Although I've put navigation, I am just so damn confused. Anyways, so that particular engine is obviously not coming to India, but that's like the base engine. And in countries like, say, Greece or Netherlands, where obviously smaller engines get tax benefits, that engine is being used there. Now, like I told you, there's a 1.5 liter TSI Evo engine, and there's a 1.5 liter engine, that same TSI with plug-in hybrid technology as well. I think there's mild hybrid in the 1.5 TSI. Anyways, the engine which is coming to India is the 2-liter TFSI engine, which also powers the existing Q3 in India, the second generation model, which has an output of approximately 190 horsepower and 320 Newton meters of torque. The same engine has been uprated now, and the output has been increased to 204 horsepower and 350 Newton meters. So very similar to the Tiguan R-Line which is sold in India. So that is the change right there. However, the big thing is that there's also a more powerful engine, which is actually the one which is coming from none other than where are we going? Why is the navigation not working, bro? You need to work. Okay, now you're telling me to go left. Good, thank you. I was stuck for a moment. So the next engine which we are talking about is, okay, off we go. Oh, the sun is bright. Yeah, the 2-liter TFSI engine, which also powers a lot of other cars. And when I say a lot of other cars, I'm specifically talking about the Golf GTI as well as the Octavia RS. So 265 horsepower. Bro, I'm not distracted. It's just the camera on my freaking head because this car has no sunroof. So like I was telling you, this 265 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque output is absolutely crazy. What is the result? The result is that this particular engine is the most powerful in the whole lineup, and it produces an impressive acceleration time from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour of 5.7 seconds, and has a top speed of 240 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, the engine which is coming to India with 204 horsepower, that goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 7.1 seconds, which is good enough, with a top speed of 229 kilometers per hour. So yeah, that's how it is. And I am finding it a bit weird to drive like this on the left side of the road with a left-hand drive car. But anyways, this particular diesel is obviously the 2-liter TDI engine, which is fantastic because obviously it has a lot of grunt. Let's quickly do the wiper test. Okay, did I accidentally hit any button to turn on the wipers? Yes, turn on the audio system. I did. So the engine I'm talking about right now, which we are driving, is obviously the 2-liter TDI one, which is absolutely phenomenal. You know why it's so phenomenal? Because it has a lot of torque, and I think we took a wrong turn. I was supposed to go somewhere else, so we're just circling around right now. It can get a bit confusing when you're driving on the wrong side of the road completely. Anyway, this is our exit, and off we go. So 70 miles per hour speed limit. You don't even have to pull this engine hard and strong, it just reacts. So 2-liter TDI, 150 horsepower, which is the same as the 1.5-liter TSI engine, but the torque output is 360 Newton meters. The result is there is absolutely fantastic torque rush, great performance. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes a lot of time, 9.2 seconds, 9.1 seconds for the 1.5-liter TSI engine. So this is the slowest of the lot with a top speed of 209 kilometers per hour. But I am not complaining because performance is more than adequate here. It just is so responsive. Yeah, like you don't have to pull the car, and then obviously there is the efficiency on offer, which obviously is fantastic as well, because a diesel is a freaking diesel. Audi is obviously not planning to get any diesel in India. The 2-liter TSI E888 engine is absolutely phenomenal with great performance, but it's the same one as the Tiguan R-Line, the Tayron, which I reviewed like lately only. So a lot of part sharing here because this is underpinned by the MQB Evo platform, and obviously same platform, so obviously similar effect as well. And yeah, it gets a bit confusing in terms of where to go and how to go, because the speed limit is still quite high compared to what I'm driving. I can actually push it, and look at the way it maintains its line. It's absolutely phenomenal. And the fun thing is I'm not even in the best drive mode because I am in balance right now. Let's come into dynamics. So they have obviously changed this thing now from auto to balanced, and there's a bigger difference between the drive modes right now, between say balanced, sport, comfort, rather dynamic. You can feel a bit more difference here, and that's because they have obviously tweaked a lot of things. For starters, it gets adaptive dampers, so it's a very nice adaptive damper system which actually has a different hydraulic linkages for both rebound and compression. The result is absolutely phenomenal difference in terms of the ride and handling balance of the car, because I feel it rides really well, and the handling is also nice, and it has got something known as progressive steering wheel. What it does is it increases the steering ratio dramatically as you steer. So the more you steer, the more dramatic increase in steering ratio, thereby reducing the overall lock needed to turn the car, and that makes the drive very, very, very dynamic. Okay, let me quickly do the wiper test. The problem is now I am finding it a bit difficult to figure out this system. So it's a new system with these stocks, obviously. Smooth, refined, and obviously great dynamic balance here as well. The thing is, what will be the price of this car? Now that is an interesting question, because as I see it, they are obviously going to price it more than the current model, which obviously is sort of the most expensive in the segment already for the top end variant. Now all the variants are actually front wheel drive. You heard that right. All of them are front wheel driven. However, there's an all-wheel drive variant as well with a 2-liter engine, which will be offered in India because we have to get all-wheel drive at that price. So around 65 lakhs on road is the current Q3's pricing, and that's similar to the GLA as well as the X1, but the EV version of the X1 is very attractively priced. So in that regard, I honestly feel that the price will touch 70 lakhs for the top end variant. Oh, there the Range Rover Sport just overtakes us. So in that sense, I feel that the pricing is actually going to go on the higher side, but this is the only car in the segment which doesn't feel entry level, because all these are entry level German SUVs. However, the Q3 is the only one which doesn't feel entry level in any way. It feels like a complete car. It's a fantastic car. I think it's one of the best Audi cars, and when the new model comes in next year, it's going to come in via the CBU route initially, and then they are going to make it CKD, I believe, and that will not really lead to a price benefit, because they are going to price it in a way that they make sure that they take some losses when it's the CBU, and then they are able to be profitable when it becomes a CKD as well. Oh, the engine is so damn awesome. Even near the red line now, it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. It's just very smooth in terms of performance. It's very sure-footed as well. And I like the fact that the turbo lag is very well contained here. You don't feel any lag. You get on the throttle, it responds, and it responds so immediately that you feel that there's a lot of grunt almost every time. Okay, the horn. Our horn is also super damn awesome. Like a German car, so obviously they do really great horns, even though they never end up using the horn ever. Now we've come to a nice dynamic section here where I am really enjoying the progressive steering of this car. I just feel the steering feels a bit plasticky here and not as good as the older Audi steering, which felt really premium. This one doesn't feel as premium as such, but the mid-range punch of this car is amazing. Okay, let me try and take over manual control of things. The gearbox, let's see. Will it hold on to a gear? No, it does not hold on to a gear. It upshifts at around 4,500 RPM. The problem is the way the cluster has been done now. I cannot see the speed. The speed is down there. I cannot see the speed at all, for which I am relying on the heads-up display at the moment, because the speed is not that visible. There's a bit of road noise, there's a bit of tire noise as well, which I can obviously hear. Now this is a 7-speed S-tronic gearbox in Audi speak, which is basically the dual clutch automatic gearbox, which is smooth, refined, and quick with shifts and full throttle. I didn't talk so you could hear the sound of the engine. So guys, this is my video of the Audi Q3, the 3rd generation model. Hugely impressive, fantastic performance, really good dynamics, great ride and handling as well, because of the new dampers. The adaptive dampers are phenomenal here, but it's just not sure. I mean, I'm not sure if those adaptive dampers are going to make it to India. That's my only concern, but we need those because the ride and handling balance here is absolutely unbelievable. It rides with a lot of maturity. Okay, the ride is a bit on the stiffer side, but on the whole, the ride is actually very, very, very impressive here. So smooth, so refined. And let's do the brake test. Brakes are sure-footed for sure. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, 2000 RPM, and off we go. Front wheel drive, yeah. So all the variants are front wheel drive, other than you get quattro on the 2-liter TSI engine. I think they should offer quattro on more engines, because diesel would behave fantastically with a quattro system. And like I said, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked or enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a comment below, and let me know in the comment section which is the car you would choose. Would you choose this Q3, or would you actually go ahead and choose the GLA or the X1? Bye bye.